These wood Christmas decorations are quick and easy to make, so let's get to it. For the first project, I'm using the scrap piece of plywood I had on hand and a couple of half-inch thick poplar boards that we'll use to make a frame. No need to pull out the power saw. We're going to use a miter box, and I just measured the cuts against my plywood piece instead of pulling out my tape measure. Super easy. If you've never used a miter box, you just place your wood piece inside, line up the cut with the guides. So for whatever angle you're doing, you're going to line up the cut there, clamp the wood in place. Comes with these little dowel looking pieces, and cut. Just make sure the saw is on the waist side of the cut line, which means the piece that you're not using, and keep your arm parallel to the saw to keep it straight. Now, one of my longer side cuts was a bit short, and I just cut a smaller piece off of one of the scraps and glued it on. You'll see at the end that it's hardly noticeable. I painted my frame pieces with black chalk paint, leaving an edge where they'll be glued to the plywood. I also painted my plywood piece with some sample paint I had on hand, and this color is called linen white. Once everything was dry, I used wood glue and clamps to put it together. I didn't even use my nail gun as I had planned because wood glue is plenty strong for a project like this. I am loving the gingerbread theme this year, so I made this cute vinyl decal, and I shared a tutorial on my other channel if you're interested. And finally, I used some polyurethane to seal the entire sign. This is such an easy way to customize your Christmas decor, and if you don't have a vinyl cutting machine, there are so many other ways to create signs. I'd love for you to stick around if you're enjoying these. This next project is super simple. We're making a tree display. I've seen these all over Pinterest, and you can make them as long or short as you want. This is just a cut-off piece from a 2x4. And I rounded the edges, and we're going to take these bottle brush trees I had. You can find these at Dollar Tree, and we're going to take the base off to expose the wire. And I just used a drill bit that's about the size of the wire and use that to drill some holes for the trees to sit in the wood piece. Now I arranged the trees how I liked and drilled each hole individually to keep my placement. And you could leave the wood natural or use any type of finish, but I used some of that leftover paint wash from my stove cover project. And here is the result. I love simple decor, and this tree display makes the perfect Christmas centerpiece or shelf display. For this final DIY, I'm using craft wood pieces from Hobby Lobby. Buy these when they're on sale for the best deal, but you can likely find these at any craft store. This is my take on a candelabra. So I used wood candlesticks and the oval piece as the base and used wood glue to attach them. I let the glue dry overnight, and then to hold my candlesticks, I got these copper tube caps from Lowe's in the 3/4 inch size. Now, I did find that these have a flat bottom, whereas the ones at Home Depot have a slight point, so just be aware of that. I decided to glue them in a line across the center of the oval using industrial glue. I made 2 of these, and to finish them, I just used the black chalk paint again and added a couple coats of clear satin enamel spray sealer. Here is the result, and I love how modern these look. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed these easy wood Christmas decorations, here's another one on the screen. And as always, thanks for watching.